Hello, everyone. Welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at The Mark of Athena, Chapter 7, continuing Leo's perspective and Leo's part of the story. It starts off with Hazel kind of asking Leo, "Hey, are you okay? Who's what's his aunt's name? I can't remember." And Leo's like, "Yeah, I'm all right. That aunt was just not very good." And then Leo asks, "Well, how about you? Are you okay?" And Hazel's like, "Yeah, I'm just worried about Nico." Because Nemesis had really stirred up some feelings in their hearts. And she'd actually said a lot of stuff that kind of brought out their pain and their anger. And, but Hazel knows this, and she tells Leo, like, "Hey, it's okay." She's trying to get us angry and to bring up those kind of pains. So they kind of are looking around for where the celestial bronze is, and Hazel climbs up a big rock. Leo tries to climb up after her. He almost falls, and Hazel grabs his hand and pulls him up at the top. And then they're just sitting there, looking in each other's eyes, holding hands. And Leo's like, "Dang, she's so beautiful. Her eyes are sparkling like gold." And but then Leo remembers she's dead. She's Frank's girlfriend, and he needs to drop her hand. So he lets go, and then they kind of start talking a little bit. And Hazel's like, "When you were talking with Nemesis, your hands caught on fire." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of a power that Hephaestus's children have." And when he says that, she kind of covers her heart like she's doing a pledge of allegiance. And we remember that in her pocket, she's carrying the piece of wood that is Frank's life. And so she's like, "Oh, fire's dangerous." She's kind of holding it and remembers. Leo notices the action, but he doesn't know that there's something precious in there. He just feels, Hazel thinks I'm a weirdo too now. Hazel, as Leo's thinking about being a weirdo, he thinks about what Nemesis said about Leo always being the seventh wheel. We got Piper and Jason, couple. We have Annabeth and Piercy, couple. We have Frank and Hazel, couple. And then blink, Leo. So there we go. Out of all of these couples, Leo is the fifth wheel. Or we usually say fifth wheel, two couples and then you. Or a couple and you're hanging out. A wheel that isn't needed. So Leo's the seventh wheel. And that doesn't feel very good for Leo. He just feels like an outsider. And since Jason and Piper have started dating officially, Jason doesn't hang out with Leo quite as much, and Piper doesn't hang out with Leo quite as much. And so he feels kind of like an outcast, like he's alone. And he's remembering that. And Piper kind of sees something going on. She's like, "Hey, don't worry about what Nemesis said. She was just trying to get under your skin to make you feel something bad." And Leo's like, "Yeah, I know, but it still hurts." Well, as they're on the rock talking, suddenly someone starts repeating the stuff they say. They look down and they can see this girl who's almost perfect camouflage. Her dress changes to look like the area behind her. Her hair changes to look like the area behind her. Her face isn't that special. And so when Leo and Hazel look at her, it's hard to kind of see where she is. They didn't even know she was there because she was hidden so well. We find out that this is Echo. And all she can do is repeat the other words that people say. And Echo wants Leo and Hazel to follow her, which they do. They follow her to this kind of a crater, okay? That's a kind of hole in the ground where maybe rock from the sky, boom, smashed into the ground. Or maybe something heavy, poof, pushed in the ground, and it became a crater. So there's this crater, and there's dozens of these girls, like, oh my goodness, oh, he's so gorgeous, ah, he looked at me. Okay, these girls are just going crazy, and they don't even know what's going on, but they're circled around something. They kind of push their way through, and they see a really handsome guy. And I mean, even Hazel's like, he's so handsome. And Leo, he's a guy, and he doesn't really think about other guys being handsome, especially being around Jason, who's like super handsome. But when he sees this guy, he's like, oh, wow, that guy is pretty handsome. Or that guy is really handsome. Maybe the most handsome guy he's ever seen. And they find out his name is Narcissus. That could be one of our vocabulary words. It's not. But Narcissus is someone who only thinks of themselves. Someone who doesn't think about good stuff for other people. And that word comes from this story of Narcissus. Well, as Leo and Hazel are trying to get information and understand who this guy is, the other nymphs, they try to make Echo go away. And they share Echo's story about how Echo always used to gossip and share secrets. Oh my goodness, did you hear what? Oh, did you know that? Oh, and guess what? And she just always shared these secrets, and so she got cursed to only repeat what other people say. And so Echo is an echo of different things. And for some reason, Echo is in love with Narcissus, and she's trying to help him. She's trying to save him. But the other nymphs don't want her to make him go away, and she had her chance, but she had died and come back to life, and Narcissus had also died and come back to life. As they're trying to figure things out, Hazel tries to talk sense to Narcissus. It's like, hey, you died. You died before looking at yourself in the pool. And he's like, no, that could never be true. I'm too important to die. I'm too beautiful to die. And Narcissus, during this whole part, he looks at himself and he's like, wow, I'm so gorgeous. Wow, I love me so much. And he's just looking at his reflection. And Hazel's like, look, you died. You became cursed by Nemesis because you broke so many people's hearts that finally they got their revenge and you were cursed. But Narcissus isn't listening to any of it. Down into the pool at the very bottom, they can see a piece of celestial bronze. And this is what they need to fix the Argo 2. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get it. Leo gives Narcissus a mirror and says, hey, Narcissus, look at this instead. He looks at the mirror and says, oh, you carry a picture of me too? Yeah, you should carry this picture. It looks beautiful. But I like that water. I like what I look like in the water. And so in the celestial bronze mirror. And so he doesn't want to trade. So Hazel says, hey, Leo, come on over here. Echo, you too. They all walk away out of earshot. So other people's ears can't hear them. And they start to formulate a plan. Saying, we need that mirror. What are we going to do? But if we take it away, we might have to fight the nymphs. We might have to find Narcissus, who was a really good hunter and fighter before. He might still be. What's going to happen? And it's almost nighttime. And Nemesis said when it goes night, that Narcissus might get a little crazy because he can't look at his reflection anymore. And so Leo, he's trying to figure out how Hazel can use her power. It doesn't look like it's going to work, kind of how he's hoping. So he says, okay, you pull the celestial bronze, underground, whatever, and Echo and I will cause a distraction. Okay, that's the plan. And that's how the chapter ends. Vocabulary words. Nagging. We've talked about this before. Nagging is kind of someone saying, hey, clean your room. Hey, do your homework. Oh, why don't you clean your room? Oh, why don't you pick up your school bag? Hey, you need to eat all your vegetables. Okay? This is nagging. But nagging in this sense can also be this feeling that keeps like saying, hey, something's wrong. Hey, something's not right. Hey, what's going on? You forgot something. So this feeling that keeps coming to you, coming to you, coming to you, we can call that this nagging feeling. And I can't remember. Maybe Leo is feeling like nagging feeling that Nemesis was right. I think like, or oh, the nagging feeling of the fortune cookie, feeling it there. Brethren is like family. Brothers, where it comes from, but brethren is just like your family. And Nemesis says, you will always be the seventh wheel among your brethren, among your friends, your group. Resist the urge. When Leo meets Echo, he just wants to say these funny things and make Echo repeat them, and tease Echo. But Hazel says to stop it. Echo repeats her and says stop it. And so Leo has this feeling, this urge to tease Echo, but he resists. He chooses to fight against it. Okay, resist is like pull something. If I had a rubber band, which I don't, a rubber band, you pull it and it resists pulling out, and then it'll be tight if I hold it. And so Leo resists the urge to keep teasing Echo. Is it nudging or nodding? Okay, nudging is like a push, or a small kind of gentle, like, hey, you can do it. Hey, come on, let's go. Kind of like that, a small gentle push. I can't remember what gets nudged exactly, but maybe the nymphs are nudging each other, or Leo starts nudging through the nymphs. Demigod business, sorry, scoot away. Demigod business, kind of pushing gently. Chiseled face in our book, but we can say chiseled features, chiseled muscles. You can see the lines. If you had a chisel, is a hammer and like a sharp piece of metal, and you can hit rocks with it to change the shape of rocks, or to change the shape of wood, or even metal. But someone's face is chiseled. They have sharp lines here. You can see the bone. You can see this bone really well. They have a nice shape here. It looks sharp and clean, and you can see it very easily. But our body can be chiseled. Maybe you have a six-pack here on your belly, right? Chiseled abs, chiseled biceps. You have some lines here. I don't have any, but someone could be chiseled in those kind of different ways. We can describe someone's body with it. Swooning, I love this word. Swooning is when, oftentimes, when girls see like a movie star or a super famous guy, and they, right? They kind of fall over or fall asleep because they get so excited, or that kind of expression. We call that swooning. I think the last one here, appalled, is like disgusted. Even though Hazel thinks that Narcissus is really handsome, she starts to feel appalled. Disgusting, right? She feels pushed away because of a smell or sight or something looks, something. And that's how she feels with Narcissus, because he only cares about himself. And so she feels something like she wants to get away from him. Discussion question. Now, have you ever felt like a fifth wheel? In our story, it says seventh wheel because there's 7 people. But usually we just say fifth wheel. A car has 4 wheels, or a cart can have 4 wheels too. Many things have 4 wheels. But fifth wheel, why do you need it? You don't need it. And so Leo felt like a fifth wheel, or a 7th wheel in our case. Have you ever felt like that in any kind of circumstance, that you were like an outsider or you didn't really quite belong in the group? Of course, please make your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today, but thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.